What's going on, everybody? We're back here at Busted Knuckle Cattle, changing little things up. We're doing a little bit of chores around here. About to be picking up, should be picking up a load of cows tomorrow at the sale. We'll see how that goes, and doing a little working. But you know, in between each sets of cows, we definitely ride every inch of fence and make sure everything's up to par. And last night, since we put this fence up, I haven't seen not many deer inside the field, and so seen some last night. So it's kind of like, okay, where are they getting in? Let's I've already checked the fence once, but let's go ahead and check it again. And since it's a nice cold day, we went ahead and decided to go ahead and start reinforcing. So let's kind of show you what we got going on. So we got the handy dandy Honda 4Trax out here, and she's carrying all our tools for us. But what we've got, that's a 8-foot post. It's really big. What we've got here is just our standard field fence, and as you can tell, it's not attached. We're putting in some new posts, and just kind of show you what we got going on. Like I said in previous videos, I am 99% of the time a one-man show. So, and as many as you can imagine, trying to put in T-post on an already erected fence that's taut can be a bit challenging, no matter which side you go from. If you're on the back side, which would be over here, you know, it's kind of hard because the way your body naturally wants to go, you kind of lean the post backwards, so the fence is already at a disadvantage. If I do it from this side, it's a lot easier to keep a positive angle on it, so there's better tension on the fence. But problem with that is, as you go, you can see with these, your studs are up against the wire, and they'll hit the wire and they can bend the fence, or it can inhibit your ability to drive the post in. So what I've done here is just taking a little ratchet strap. There's not a lot of tension on this. We're not tearing up the fence or nothing like that. So basically what I do is I pull just enough tension to pull it out of the way for 2/3, roughly half to 2/3 of the fence. As you can see on this side, it's come up to where I can reach over from the inside and drive these posts without tearing up the field, or without tearing up the fence. And it's a lot easier to drive them, and it keeps that out of the way, where normally, you know, if I had an extra hand, I would just have them pull the fence back a little bit while I drive it. But basically all you do, once you're done, you just take that back and it goes right back into place. Then you just take your T-post clips and you just clip the wire on so it holds tension. And what we're doing here, as you can see, when I originally put these fence up, I bought a big lot of these 5-foot posts. This one's definitely way too short. As you can see, this top strand is over the top of it. So that's what we're doing today. I picked up some 6-foot posts. I got some 5-foots at next to free for what they go for, so I used them when I originally put this up. But what I'm doing is just coming in here in the areas where the 5-foot posts they're not getting it done. And this little strand right here is where you can see some of the wires are bent up a little bit, and right over there. Problem is, with having these shorter posts, it allowed the deer to jump over them, and that in turn obviously damaged the fence a little bit. Nothing that can't be fixed. You just straighten the wires back out and pull them up, and then tighten them to your post, and they're good. So definitely nothing that can't be fixed. So what we're doing is basically just in between these sections, which that's a dip, so it's kind of hard to deal with anyway, but just coming along, and instead of just taking these out, like I said, they were next to free. It'd be more labor for me to take them out than it would just to leave them in place. And if nothing else, it makes a stronger fence. And that's what I'm about here. I'm not about chasing cows. I don't like chasing cows. So I like my cows to stay where they're at. T-posts are cheap, cows are not. So we're gonna quit harping on that and just take a walk. And like right here, you can see this one's over the top. So we came in with this 6-foot post and this 6-foot post down here. That's the thing with fencing in the woods, is you got to deal with trees down a lot, just all kinds of things. Trees, deer, that's their favorite place to travel, so they can stay hidden. And so we're constantly on the look. We may not look at every inch of our fence every time we come out in the field, but we definitely try to look at all the fencing in the woods, because whether there be deer, a storm, or whatever, you never know. Something, whatever could happen. A magic unicorn could fall out of the sky and it'd land on the fence in the woods, and then the cows get out. So we're just out here checking it out. See, that one's open or over, so we're gonna come back and address that. And just take a walk down here and check the rest of them out, and we'll pick you back up. See? All right, guys, so what we're doing here, I'm gonna just attempt to show you real quick, is what I typically do is align off the bottom first. Just see, I don't like my bottom wire to be in the dirt, because, you know, about, if we can get 2 to 3 inches off the ground, that's great. This fence is under a lot of tension, and we have that down pull down here. But basically what I like to do is I'll just go in from here, and we'll take these clips, and all you do is come in like so. We'll see if I can do this one-handed. Come in like so, and you just basically put tension on it. I know they make a special tool for it. I don't have it with me, so, and you just slide your screwdriver in there or your special tool while holding tension, and you rotate it back just like that. It'll come through. I like to carry these lineman pliers with me. You see, this side over here is barely hanging on. Some say you do, some tell you don't. I just take this and I rotate it on around just like that, where you have an actual hook and it's coming back over the top. And then I'll grab on these. They don't really need it per se, but I like it, and you just clip that on there just like that. And now it's tied on your post, where these that have not been done are not. So I like to wrap them around just because, you know, we're fencing animals in, but here we're also, like we were talking about the deer, I'm trying to fence them out. But so if they were to run into it, that little bit of extra on there might be just enough to help keep your fence in place, and it not break away from the post. And, you know, theoretically, if your tension's correct, your fence isn't just going to fall down, but it's still, obviously it leaves a weak spot in the fence, and if they do that to 1 or 2 posts and then they start to jumping over it and create a low spot, the cows are definitely going to see that, and eventually they're going to test it, and so they'll be able to just push it down and climb on over and get out. So obviously we're trying to prevent that, so we're going to keep on keeping on, and we'll pick you up again later. And there we go. There's your finished product. You got, this one has 5 clips on it. I typically do 5 to 4 depending. Majority of the time it's 5. Got a top one, the next one down on the largest stay. 2 down from that one, 2 down from that one, and then 1 right near the very bottom. This one's gonna have a little too difficult to get the bottom one on there, and it's too much tension to pull up. So that's what we're looking for in our finished product, and that should be more than plenty enough to keep the cows in. So we haven't had a problem out of our fence before we did this, so we should definitely not have a problem now. Especially even though we've had 2 or 3 trees fall on it over this last fall, and with the hurricanes and the everything else, the weather that's been moving through. So hopefully this will do nothing but improve it. Definitely can't hurt it. So, and you know, it doesn't cost that much to just do a little extra. You know, if you improve something every year, you know, whether it be, hey, I'm gonna go where those old fence posts are, hell, don't rip them up. There ain't, I mean, unless they're just horrible or like old rotten wood post, if they're still standing and connecting a wire, just throw a post in beside of it. It's not going to do anything but help, you know, because you never know, that post may be part of what's holding all that fence together, which granted, if the fence is in that much disrepair, you should probably just be replacing the fence. But either way, it helps, keeps the cows in, and that's part of our responsibility as ranchers and whatnot, is to make sure our cows stay in. You know, we don't want our money running off, but we also most definitely don't want someone hitting a cow on the road, or you know, it getting into somebody's cornfield and tearing it up, or bean field and whatever, because obviously that's not good for them, and then it's going to cost us money to replace, and then we got to go get the cow. But yeah, so we're just putting in a little due diligence today and getting ready for this next set that should be coming tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get a little better video of working some cows. Had a few issues on the last one. I'm not really sure what happened there, but yeah, y'all stay tuned. Appreciate you watching the video, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. It really helps us. It keeps us being able to make these videos, and helps grows the channel to where we can sustainably make these videos. So hopefully they'll help somebody, and if not, we tried. But we appreciate you tuning in. Catch us on the next one. See ya.